everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds in the light heavyweight division between these two great warriors. Roy Jones Jr.'s ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. He's making his way to the ring with a determined giddy-up in his step.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roy Jones Jr. and his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the Blade.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here. See if they go the full 12 tonight. When a high-stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well-conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are. Because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area. But they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
And Roy blocks that punch. That was not well targeted by Roy Jones. He missed that uppercut. It is a seesaw battle early on here. Amazing stuff out of these two. Oh! Roy Jones Jr.'s in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Good counter punch. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
How about that exchange? Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. Roy Jones Jr.'s cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. And we come to the end of the round, and he really got to his opponent that time, Teddy. He stunned him.
Oh, he stunned him. He's hearing a little tweeting going on, a little singing from the birds in his head.
Circle. Don't stand in front of it. This son, okay? Look. Patient.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Able to cover up that gut. Well, here he is, Teddy. Roy Jones Jr. coming off of an amateur career that everybody knows about. I don't care if you're a boxing fan or not, because of what happened in the 1988 Olympic Games when he was absolutely robbed of the gold medal.
It actually changed the scoring system, the rules of how they went about the Olympic amateur scoring. They instituted a new program because of that terrible robbery. But you know what? We look at the negative. I'll tell you the positive. That stays with you. Stay with Holyfield when he did not get a chance to get his gold medal in the Olympics, when he was disqualified, where a lot of people thought he shouldn't have been disqualified. It has stayed with Jones. It has made him become a top pro. It has been a memory that has burned in his consciousness.
Roy Jones Jr. is in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
A headshot blocked. Gets rid of that effort. Ten seconds to go in this round. Well-placed counter punch by Roy Jones. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Don't fight this fight. Dance and move.
And round number 3 is underway. Good block. The blade's got a cut, and it looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored.
Beat him to the punch.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Very clever move there. Little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Roy Jones. And just as we anticipated, toe-to-toe right from the start.
No introductions necessary.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Roy Jones Jr. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
You've used that description, stubborn, driven, single-minded focusness for Roy Jones Jr. How much does that point to his success that he's had?
probably 75% of it, because the physical abilities, a lot of people have comparable physical abilities, sometimes even better than guys that get to a higher place. But mentally, emotionally, character-wise, you have it or you don't.
Oh, Roy Jones Jr.'s gone down. Let's see how he recovers from this. Jones goes down and is beating the count from the referee. Teddy, what should we be looking for here?
For a way to survive. Now, we've talked about how technically Jones does a lot of things wrong. There better be one thing he does right, and that's tie up.
Good block by Roy. He just missed that shot up top. Parries the punch, comes back with the hook. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner, the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Good handle, okay? Side to side. Lean to the side, then boom.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Junior's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Oh, good exchange there. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Holy cow! Roy Jones Jr. stunned and staggered. A headshot blocked. Roy Jones Jr. is making me question how his legs are right now. I'm not sure that he's all too secure and steady on those legs after that knockdown, just like he's tying up a lot.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wonder. You're saying you're not so sure he's secure. Well, he's telling you. He's right there. That's about as honest as a fight is ever going to be is when he's clinching. He's telling you, I don't feel too good.
Good looking counter punch. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Unable to score with the hook. Roy Jones Jr.'s just not landing any body punches in this fight.
Well, he looks like a guy who hasn't been taught that. We're getting a little bit of an x-ray, a little bit of a peek into what his trainers show him in the gym or what they don't show him.
Off the mark. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the Blade. There it is! Roy Jones Jr.'s legs look shaky. He was hurt.
To throw some punches here.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity.
Wow! Roy Jones Jr.'s almost out of it there. He was stunned. We come to the end of this round, and likely a much-needed break for these two warriors because they have been non-stop.
No, they don't know how to fight any other way. They came in, they introduced themselves in the middle of the ring, and they've been there all night.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Okay, listen. Run off with head movements. That's it. Throw him off with head movements.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Teddy, Roy Jones Jr. has had one of those dynamic relationships, I guess you could describe it, with his father.
Nothing unusual when a fighter has a father as a trainer. Whether you go way back to Alfredo Benitez and his father Gregorio Benitez, or you have Mayweather and his father, of course, Mayweather Sr., or Trinidad. A lot of times you will have a lot of success, but you will also have, as you said, a dynamic situation, sometimes even an explosive situation.
What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. He throws a big wide punch and leaves himself wide open.
Well, it's like leaving your window open in your house in the middle of winter, you know?
Oh! Roy Jones Jr.'s legs look shaky. He was hurt.
No holding.
And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
No, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counterpunch.
Yeah, you see the counterpunch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Let's get on that swelling. I'll press over.
Here we are at the start of another round. A round that could simply add on to a new direction and a new course that this fight has taken. I really liked what he was able to do in that last round. Now, he's behind on the scorecards, but you get the sense that the momentum is starting to roll his way.
Well, you get the sense that it's starting to become his kind of fight now.
Blocks that punch. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Roy able to block that punch. Roy Jones Jr.'s cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Both men trading hooks. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Roy Jones. Well, if the second half of this fight is anything like the first half we just witnessed, then oh boy, is it going to be fun watching this fight down the stretch.
And I don't think it can change. These guys came here with a certain attitude, a certain mindset, and it's not going to be able to change now. There's no way of all of a sudden in mid-fight being able to go to a defensive fight or a different strategy. What you see is what you get, and you're going to get it the rest of the night.
Let's work on that cut. That was good. You took a lot out of him now. Keep that up.
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because this fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s night's gonna start early. That's a TKO win.
Jones Jr.
Roy Jones Jr. is your winner by TKO.
And a guy that I want to see more of.
I'm Joe Tessitore for Teddy Atlas.